I mentioned their head-to-head records. Now, James Wade, one of the most successful players in the history of the sport. We know that. A whole host of major titles to his name. Though Cullen, just the one major title, but 3 Euro Tours more than Wade, and his Euro Tour record is brilliant.
180.
That might be the most pointless 180 you see tonight. We shall see. But yeah, this is their 6th meeting on the Euro Tour. Cullen's won the previous 5. How about this for a start? Double 14. A whisker away.
So Jan van Veen take out the 1-4-2 on double 14 against Gary Anderson. What a contest that was this afternoon. Hopefully that's the hors d'oeuvre for what's to come tonight. Double 14 then for Joe Cullen. Good start from the rock star. 13 darter to commence proceedings, starting in pretty much the same manner as he did against Derby yesterday. When he is at his best, he's just got this lovely, effortless, breezy throwing action. Quite idiosyncratic, the way that he holds his arm out, but he really works for him. Look at the ball.
63.
He's giving himself a shot. If he doesn't get a treble here, James Wade, he's got a problem. Wade is always doing just enough, or it looks like just enough. It might be just enough.
.58. James Wade 97.
Well, it'll only be enough if he can take out 97. Would you expect him to on double top?
James on the 4th leg.
Typical James Wade.
From the opening few legs of this, last couple of legs, he's just gone right off the boil. Whereas James Wade just keeps on plodding on.
Range on the trebles doesn't seem to be there. Oh, it's back.
108.
It's back.
161.
Yeah, it's great. Still 60 odd points behind.
130.
You know what? That's quite a new school dart, that, for James Wade. He's quite an old school player. Making sure he left single to double.
43.
And he can go single 11 for double 10. Well, he could try.
23.
Single 3 then. Got there in the end.
11.
First start at double he's missed.
However, he will be back. A treble 1 means that Cullen couldn't get to a finish. Back up for treble 20.
140.
It's a great setup, but is it too little too late? Double 10 and James Wade. Normally a match made in heaven. That was slightly awry. That was not. James Wade has a 2-leg advantage now.
134. $123.
That could be a costly last dart, depending on what Cullen produces here.
He probably needs 2 trebles. He's got it. Excellent stuff from Cullen. Would have preferred to stay in the 20s, but decided switching was his best plan of action. He's been vindicated.
41.
You see James Wade there, stubbornly staying on the 20s. He'll do that a lot. I'm not sure it's helped him.
Oh, lovely dart. Double 16.
70.
Took the calculated gamble by going for the ball instead of treble 14. It was a beauty. Couldn't find the double to match. James Wade will not get a go at the outer ring here.
You require 32.
Well, we said it's been a neat and tidy game. If Joe Cullen doesn't clear up this 32, that will count as the first big error at the back end of a leg. Ooh, double 9.
14.
It is the first big error at the back end of a leg, and it could end up costing Joe Cullen the game.
Don't normally associate James Wade with that side of the board, but he hits double 8 third time of that.
99.
2 big trebles, the minimum ask, I think, for Joe Cullen here.
$140. James require 140.
He managed to get 2 to leave a 2-darter. And James Wade won't end the game in this visit.
60.
If Joe Cullen doesn't clear up this
97,
97, then James Wade is going to get a match dart, you feel. Double 10. Still alive in this one.
Joe Cullen. To black James to throw first.
And on the intensity, like there's a tap. He obviously isn't at the height that he was for so many years, but he is still incredibly dangerous.
Only 60 scored, so it's half a chance here for Cullen. Now needs to go back upstairs.
99. James require 161.
Treble 17. To win it with a 161. Match start missed by Wade, but Joe Cullen needs something special. If he produces it, he has the darts in a last leg decider, and he's not going to do that.
James require 30.
Double 15 for James Wade. It's next to his favourite double 10. He's chosen to split. And it was a great choice from James Wade, who kicks off the evening action in Sindelfingen with a 6-4 win over Joe Cullen. It was a strong start from Cullen in terms of the scoring phase. Then he went off the boil.
About how you've gone against one player in the last 10-15 years, that's a good thing. He lost his last 6 against Gabe. He did that enough last night. Did it 4 times. Well, 3.5.
He forgot the first time. Wanted to say to you, Andrew, that's your thing. You are contractually obliged to raise your thumb when you hit a 180. He'd love a 138.
Very much known as a Suffolk shot. Back in 1983. Well, that looks like a fun game. Bit of bingo. I wonder if there's a ferret 121 on there.
100. And you require 40. Games for the second leg, Andrew Gilding.
Right side of the wire this time
Johnny to throw
to make it 1-1.
Yeah.
Look how upright his stance is. Look at the right shoulder compared to the end of the right toe. It's almost
80.
a straight line from the shoulder to the toe. And the movement in the body is minimal. Whereas Clayton, that little jump of the back foot, that's negligible.
60.
But his biggest thing is that his head snaps back about 1 inch on every dart. That's something he doesn't even know about.
$140. Johnny require 141.
I haven't seen a 1-2-1. What about a 1-4-1? Too much to ask.
59. And you require 80.
Anybody got deja vu in here? Another top spin lob.
4.
And this one is over the
Johnny
baseline.
require 82.
He went 14s first. Looks at the bullseye, last dart in hand, and that is Johnny Clayton in a nutshell. He does not do things by the rule book.
That's when you lose.
All 127.
Which game do you think the crowd want to see more than anything tonight then? You think it's going to be Schindler against Rock? Or is it going to be the next one?
I'm going to have to nudge towards Schindler Rock because the German fans love Schindler and there's so much narrative there with the semi-final from Austria last weekend where Josh missed 7 match darts.
140.
They probably fancy a bit of Leon Weber action against Peter Wright.
Yeah, that'll be a full snakebite experience for Leon. Well, no one's going to take out a 1-4-1 in this game, or possibly a 1-2-1.
85.
That's what we've seen so
Johnny
far.
requires 66.
Double 16.
34.
Just a little bit off that one.
And you
And we
require
could be
56.
tied again.
Yeah,
it's really clean.
83.
We've only got one multiple time champion in this event, and that is Michael van Gerwen.
170.
Now, he's just finished on the bull with that approach shot. He wouldn't mind a second bull to have a crack at the finish.
59.
He doesn't even have to go for it, though.
35.
He will.
There you go. There you go. There you go. That's how you do it. 170, 135. Bob's your uncle, 305. That was a valuable last dart, but Gilding's already in the distance. And that distance is getting wider.
180.
This is now definitively a kick.
140. And you require 41.
It's going to be one for tops for a monstrous break of throw. There was just a little bit of hesitation on that third dart. He wasn't comfortable as Clayton got this up his sleeve. Tops. Oh boy, what's that? Johnny Clayton with a classic shot that brings 3,000 Germans to their feet. Someone said to me right now with a 50p coin in their hand, do you want to take heads or tails? I'd say, give me a minute.
One of each.
100.
Andrew Gilding is first to a finish. However, Johnny Clayton might at best match it. Oh, he doesn't even do that.
No, he had to switch there. That was a poor choice from Johnny. 17s. That's what he had to do. Stay up there. If you can hit it once, you can hit it twice. If you can get past that first dart once, you can do it again. And this place has gone a little bit cold because they thought when the 160 went in, it was going to be a Johnny Clayton night. It might not be.
To wrap up another 6-5 win. Double six. Andrew Gilding crawls over the finishing line, and Johnny Clayton's Euro Tour woes continue. That is 5 straight round 2 defeats for the Ferret. Glorious failure, you could say, from the Ferret. He had a few unbelievable checkouts, the 135 and the 160, but Andrew Gilding is a difficult man to get rid of.
Göttingen 103.74. 98.59, which is his lowest Saturday average of the season, and then the 98.74 against Raymond in Munich. When he plays on Saturdays, he plays well.
96.
Well, truth be told, all year on the Euro Tour, full stop, he's played well. Even when he's lost, he's usually played really well. He's not had an average below... Well, his average is about 103, 104. The lowest average he's had is like 97.9. He has been brilliant all year in the Euro Tour, and if he keeps on doing this, he's going to win one.
140, Remy 98.
He's never won this one. He may not win this leg. Now, what does he do on 105?
82.
With Raymond on 16, nothing would shock me here.
Double top for a 105 checkout and an early break. The Iceman strikes.
That was good.
And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not great. It's whether you can use them and whether they're going where he wants them to go. And they did just about enough of that against Ratajski yesterday. And the early signs in this are he's got them going all right.
140.
Not many people have used those flights to great effect. I know that Taylor did. Everybody knows that. Justin Pike did until he went to the very small kite.
121.
But Raymond used them to brilliant effect in the middle part of a couple of decades ago.
89.
Sensible. And he's scoring really well in this game.
Started excellent. Mr. Dart to win the opening leg. Won the next one comfortably and is set to win this one comfortably as well.
32.
Just look at his face. It's up for it.
16.
Mystified.
152.
That didn't feel likely because Gezi has lost his range on the treble 20 the last leg and a half.
112. Raymond Cross 16.
Set up if there are more mistakes from Barney, but there are not.
Raymond van Barneveld.
Now, Raymond van Barneveld, there was a time when Geraint Price, a bit like he was in Risa, he seemed almost unbeatable at the Grand Slam. But Raymond van Barneveld did the unthinkable. One of two defeats to Evil Charlie for Barney on the Euro Tour this year. Yeah, that's good. First 180 of the contest.
Didn't expect it to come in leg number 5.
81.
Well, you came to the right place, didn't you? Because he's nowhere else.
See how much longer he's here for.
105.
Trying to get past that blocker, but might have been better off trying to use a different part of the board and get 2 trebles to a finish. Oh, it's a great dart. Double top. That's more like it. So he's won 2 legs. He's got 2 ton plus checkouts. He knows what works. He's tried a few different types of this barrel and maybe altered the weight slightly over the years, but it looks pretty much the same thing that he had from the start.
But look, he doesn't need to be any better than the levels we've already seen from him in his PDC career at times, does he? The times when he's winning Grand Slam after Grand Slam and Risa after Risa and winning the Worlds. He knows he can play at a level where he is as good, if not better, than everybody else on the planet.
28.
And it's nothing about the darts, it's about the man.
And that's something that he has worked tirelessly on. Psychology, diet,
57.
practice. He's looked under pretty much every rock. We do have a rock coming later in a blockbuster.
89.
Schindler against Rock, Game 7. Don't miss that.
Barney leaves himself on 40. Now, Geraint Price, 91. Can he make it disappear in 2? Possibly. Yes, he can. This is superb finishing from Price. Checkouts of 91, 105 and 116.
That was a thicker flight or a moulded flight that might not have gone in. How has he got that in? Precision personified.
3 180s for Geraint Price. He's had a couple in the last 2 legs. A bounce out could hurt Barney.
80.
Geraint Price has put himself in position to get his nose in front for the first time since being pegged back at 1 apiece. Yeah, really, really impressive from Price, this is. The average is climbing and climbing. It's now at 103.5.
Said he needed a hot streak.
139.
Started it with a 12.
44.
He follows it with an 11.
Geraint Price.
He thought when he put in the 12 and the 11, I've got this now.
Could have done. But double seven was his chance to win it, and he may not get another because Raymond van Barneveld's down to a finish. He's guaranteed 2 visits minimum from there.
85 for Raymond Equal 170.
All of a sudden, Barneveld looks calm.
54.
However, if a big score comes in here, he won't be.
It's got to be a max, hasn't it?
100.
Yeah.
Raymond Equal 160.
There was a whistle. It's annoyed him, but he's also annoyed because he's had his chance to win this. Single 20 for double 18. He's going for the 16s. Goes for the 16s. Match start Barney. He's survived one himself.
76.
He will get more.
Earlier in the match when he was on tops, he hit it first time.
90.
He wants exactly the same to make sure that Price does not get another look at 86.
Raymond van Barneveld beats Gerwin Price for the first time in 3 years nearly. Barney is through to the final day of the European Darts Grand Prix, and Martin Lukeman is the man who stands between Barney and a quarter-finals.
He's won one game. He can essentially be a bit relaxed and carefree if he wants, and he's got the advantage of those fans behind him, even though they're all chanting Peter Wright's name. I think when push comes to shove, they will support their man.
I don't know, they're pretty fickle. I think they might support whoever's winning.
100.
He's suggesting the 3,000 in here are glory supporters.
Enough of them, yeah.
91.
Took out some amazing checkouts in his very first European Tour match. Leon Weber, a 156 against Ryan Joyce, a 112 as well, which is probably the most important checkout of the match. And to see off someone like Ryan Joyce, who's played so well on the Euro Tour stage this year, very impressive stuff.
Yeah, I like it, double 8. I like it a lot. Chalk up another big finish for Leon Weber. Peter.
$100.
Can't keep the perfect run of darts going at the start of this leg, but it is an encouraging start. Not the first time they played each other, actually. Second ever Pro Tour event for Leon Weber, having got 57. His tour card, played Peter Wright. Put in a decent performance, mid to low 90s average. Peter Wright was good though. Beat him by 6 legs to 3, averaging 9 on a ton.
85.
If you look at the first 10 tournaments that Leon Weber played on the Pro Tour, you look at his win record, 1 win. You think, oh, he's a bit of a rabbit in the headlights, but the performance levels were pretty good for the majority of games.
He's obviously got something. Peter Wright got this. He hit back with a 12-darter of his own. And an equally impressive checkout. What a start to this game.
And that's the great thing about the 2-year system, the fact that you can use the first year to bed in, get used to the bright lights. Okay, you've got to win checks, otherwise you're under pressure in year 2.
130.
But he knows he's not going to be dropping off the tour next week if he loses. He's got a long time left.
$58. Peter Kwan, 91.
Well, Peter Wright taking control of this game now. 41 left. 32 left. Nothing at all left. It's another 12-dart leg. Peter Wright back on stage at the Glaspalast.
$140.
Superb leg from Leon Weber. 10-darter if he's feeling particularly impudent. I don't think he will be.
What a leg this is.
145. Leon
10 darts for Peter Wright if Leon Weber doesn't take this out. Ooh. 46 left. Tenner is 6 is the safe bet. You've just missed a big number.
32.
Now, we don't know whether he wanted the tenner of 6, but he had the shot, he couldn't take it. Peter Wright for a 10-darter and a 5-2 lead. Oh, my word.
28. Leonie acquire 18.
Weber will come back to half the deficit. Chooses to split. Double 4. Leon Weber is up to the challenge of facing Peter Wright. Well, Leon's chosen the worst possible time to go trebleless. We have seen this once before from Peter Wright. Is it deja vu? Not this time.
96.
But you feel a snakebite win from this point is inevitable.
In a venue where he's had so much success, some of his career high points, Peter Wright has recaptured the form of old.
14.
Double top to win with a brilliant display. Snakebite has produced a perler here tonight at the Glass Palace. Leon Weber, excellent on debut on the Euro Tour. He managed to see off Ryan Joyce. He caused problems for Peter Wright, but Snakebite shrugged him off by the end. And the 4-time finalist and 2017 champion is through to the final day of the European Darts Grand Prix.
Maybe he can just feel a little bit more levity coming into this stage of the season. I know he hasn't got that with the Premier League.
91.
But he can come here and not worry about the Premier League. He can just go for somebody else's throat.
96. Dirk, you require 170.
Shots like these could encapsulate this game. Is he going for it? Oh, he did go for it, and he was not far away at all.
And Michael doesn't blame him for going for it.
140.
I wouldn't be surprised if Michael was going for the 170 there just to show him how it's done. He's done that kind of thing before.
17.
Oh, that was shielded, that double ace.
Michael, you require 65.
Michael is dreaming of an opening break.
Good
Dreams do come true.
Leg. Michael van Gerwen.
Judging by some of the interviews that have been conducted over the last couple of days, I'm not sure that the players know these things.
100.
Jan van Veen seems to know everything that's ever happened to him, but there have been 2 interviews with Andrew Gilding.
57.
Throw a stat his way and he's got absolutely no idea. Oh, I didn't know I was that good against Clayton, I was that bad against Clemens. So maybe Dirk has no clue that he's never made a final day in Sindelfingen.
60.
Did you used to survey the head-to-head records when you were playing?
We didn't have the data.
68.
If you kept record around 2008 to 2015, fair play to you, but most of us were in the dark. Oh, he wasn't in the dark there. That was very bright. He's the richest dart player that has ever lived. I think he can afford decent socks.
180.
Dirk is doing things right now that he hasn't done consistently for a couple of years.
177.
And even with that, Michael does not leave a finish. We've got a dust up here in Sindelfingen.
Well, Dirk is eclipsing MVG in the scoring stakes.
52.
I love that. He was going 16, double 18 for double 16. But it was a cautious one.
44.
He was never going to miss the ball.
52.
He doesn't like that one at all. All's well that ends well. The best thing about that first start is it wasn't in the way. But the records reflect that it has been 7 years since Michael won at the Glass Palace.
93.
We've been streaming on PDC TV for a very long time now. We've seen every air in this
96.
place since he first started winning here. And it is quite unbelievable that he has not won again since 2018. The crowd's gone a bit tepid right now. Might be a little bit tired after the Leon Weber Peter Snakebite Wright game. Just having
56.
a little bit of a breather. Well, that's a shame.
90.
He's gone. But is leg 6 gone? It might be now. Tops.
Gains on the 6th leg.
That is glorious from Dirk van Duijvenbode. So aggressive.
You said that like you missed the chicken nuggets.
119.
The chicken nuggets, the assortment of nightlife, and the great darts.
99.
Don't miss the weather. Although I'm sure it's lovely this time of year. But one thing that Barnsley doesn't have
135.
is a coastline littered with big fish. But we might have big fish right here. Well, the dream was there.
134.
Michael knows now
Michael requires 69.
it has to be 4 straight legs, and it must start here. And it does. Great defiance from MVG.
9th leg, Dirk to throw first.
His heartbeat would have been plus 150. Right now, he's calm, he's measured, and he's maxing a 5th time.
$134.
The writing might be on the wall now. He's got the luxury of hitting whatever he wants to leave what double he wants. That'll do.
He wasn't going for treble 8, he was going for treble 16, but single to double.
121. Dirk requires 60.
Van Gerwen has 107 if he's allowed back. He will be allowed back.
Michael, you require 107.
Wouldn't be surprised if there's a reaction if he hits this. But he's next door.
42.
The tops was all about the weight of dart.
Dirk, you require 20.
This is all about the line. Get the line, you'll win.
Dirk van Duijvenbode does win against Michael van Gerwen on the stage for the first time in his career. Van Gerwen, the only man who has won multiple times in this venue, will not make it a Sindelfingen hat-trick.
Yeah, that was a thriller minute. And Michael was enjoying playing darts so much that he decided to throw more after the game was over.
81.
Yeah, it's just the one, but it was quite a devastating one.
I wonder how Humphries is feeling. It's been a
96.
long Premier League season. It's been okay to now. But as far as winning titles on the Pro Tour, not really to his liking.
100.
But he has won the World Masters this year. It's not been a potless season, that's for sure. But it's going to be a really interesting few months with things
60.
like the World Cup on the horizon. This. 2 more Euro Tours before Blackpool. Well, 3, because you've got Keel as well.
140. Luke, you require 120.
Encouraging start to this one. Will he find the treble? Yes, he can. And the double as well. Shanghai start for Luke Humphries, with Connor Scutt stranded on tops after 12.
Same shape as before, but a bit more intricate in detail. It is because of a change of manufacturer. The one thing about Connor is that if you asked him why he went 244, he's got so much thought behind everything he does, he would submit a paper on it.
Double 16 this time.
89.
Something is going on with his hand. He keeps looking at it. I've seen him win a game with a cut hand before. Bull for Scutt.
105. Luke, you require 16.
It was during the Premier League earlier this season, was it, when he cut his hand after a semi-final?
Yeah, I think he stabbed himself with a dart, didn't he?
Game on the
but it's 3-0 here, and whatever was bothering him is not stopping him from charging into a 3-0 lead.
100.
Oh, he's in. He's in. Here we go. 174, 180, leaves the 147. Now he's hit a couple of 9-darters on the Euro Tour, both in defeat. He hit one in the Premier League, his first TV 9-darter earlier this year. How about another cool hand?
He was part of that challenge, wasn't he, to see whether a 147 was easier than a 9-darter. Turns out that 9-darters were harder. I think we knew that already. Well, Scutt is not out of the leg. He isn't, you know.
He might be.
That's close enough. That's a beautiful marker.
Games on the 5th leg.
Just a simple caress into that double 6. The intricacy of what you use on your hands, whether it's the stuff we used to use during COVID,
60.
moisturizers, anything like that, grip wax, grip dust, it's been used, or
Simon
wax.
Whitlock patented Whiz Grip,
154.
developed from pole dancer's grip, believe it or not.
That stuff was an absolute godsend at the World Cup at the IJsporthalle. Your hands were just a little bit cold.
100.
But Connor Scutt has not been hot enough tonight. It's not hot enough to deal with the world number 1.
60.
Leaves himself 82 to wrap up a 6-1 win. He has had darts to win every leg of this match, and while Connor Scutt, he's ticked one thing off his list. He's won a game on the Euro Tour. He is not going to win another one this weekend.
Doesn't look like it. 71 left. Now a match dart at the double 16 that he wanted after 1 dart. And it's only 1 dart it takes to take him through to the next round. And the person that he has defeated tonight finally gets the monkey off his back in this tournament, but he's not going to double dip.
His 180s have been devastating in their frequency in recent weeks, Josh Rock.
433. Josh Rock 145.
Not going to land a devastating big checkout on Schindler.
Martin, you require 40.
Has tops for a 16-darter. An inch south. Now a couple of millimetres south.
No score. Joshua
They weren't good
85.
darts.
For the 20s. Leaves the ball.
36.
Second time he's...
Martin, you
Well, second time
require
it's been missed in his
40.
game.
Joshua require 49.
This doubles has been a real theme this weekend, and even one of the best players on the planet right now is missing left, right and centre. Josh Rock steps in. and takes the 49 check out to break the throw.
It looked like he was trying to shimmy its way back into the board. Astonishing little pendulum dart.
85. $100. Martin Uruguay 156.
If you didn't take it out, leave yourself handy.
138.
And while taking it out, he's very nearly done it. Right now, with the benefit of hindsight, he'd rather just hit the ton 40 and leave double 8.
Martin Uruguay 18.
Going straight at double 9. Therein lies the danger. Double 4.
Game. So the fifth leg, Martin Schindler. Second leg, Josh throw first. Game on.
Look at that glorious sight. The glass palast.
83.
Pretty much packed. In full voice, trying to lift their man Martin Schindler, the German number 1.
Sixth.
Staying on the 19s.
95.
Would have loved another one.
128.
1 to 8 can be awkward. Double 20. Now to the bullseye.
103. Josh Uruguay 138.
Both players have narrowly missed that target.
98. Martin Uruguay
5
25.
double 10 again for Schindler. It's looking that way. Well, once again, he has to go the awkward route.
Game on.
Last week in Graz, came from 5-2 down against Kevin Dukes, and he played such brilliant darts, he didn't even let Dukes have a chance to close it out. But can he do it here against one of the form players around?
140.
Rock will think not. This is probably the best we've seen from Schindler so far. He's on a 10 darter. Leaves double 18.
Josh Uruguay 121.
And he'll come back for a go at it.
41. Martin Uruguay 36.
For a 10-dart leg. Shindy draws level, and he's got the dart.
Hot leg, Martin to throw first. Game.
He's down to a finish. Rock is on a better one.
167.
Can Schindler make it 4 legs on the spin, 5 out of 6? Can he win it with a 167? Can he win it on the ball?
122. Josh Uruguay 105.
105 doesn't look like a great finish now. But he's coming back for double 16.
89.
Chance missed to take us all the way.
Martin Uruguay 45.
To rattle off 4 straight legs. Double 16. Martin Schindler is the comeback king of the European Tour. And Josh Rock will be sick of the sight of him. History suggests that this is a very good sign for him to go on and take the title. You would not bet against him at taking 2 in the space of 2 weeks. Josh Rock started really strongly, but you can never discount the wall on the European Tour.
Got to be making sure I'm right for 10:30.
180. Stephen Uruguay 170.
The bullet is looking for the button.
145.
The customary
Cameron Carr,
ooze.
66.
With a near big fish. Cammy just about leaves tops.
Games
Good
on the
third
second
dart.
leg. Cameron Menzies.
Second one was just good enough.
Third leg is Stephen to throw first.
I've never experienced heat like this.
He should have been in Prague in 2019. People were
57.
genuinely suffering. And Stephen Bunting made the final there. Lost to Jamie Hughes. Ask anybody who was at Prague in 2019, they'll say that was the hottest tournament they've ever been to. But this one,
140,
in
164.
early May, it is unseasonably humid in here.
85. Stephen Ilkor, 81.
Well, Stephen's got to try and turn this around. So far, only one combination shot that has won a leg. That was Cammy in leg number 2.
56.
That will remain the case.
Cameron Class, 79.
Unless Cammy takes 79 out.
20 for tops. Moves to the left. Good shuffle from Cameron Menzies.
Menzies. Wright. Anderson.
100.
Scotland have won it a couple of times.
64.
Is there any reason why Menzies can't go deep there? Because he's going to go there.
Feeling a bit of Anderson v Menzies in round 1.
83.
That would be fun. Oh, this is not fun at the minute for Stephen Bunting. It's hard work. He doesn't mind grafting.
180. Cameron Class, 81.
I think that's the quickest 180 that France has ever called.
Oh
boy, it's a great finish. He's 4 from 5 on the doubles. He's having a lot of joy when he gets to the end of a leg. But that might be his last miss at a double.
Double tops. Cameron Menzies goes through to round 3 as Stephen Bunting becomes the latest seeded casualty. A magnificent performance on the doubles from Cameron Menzies, 6 from 7 in total. When you compare that to 2 from 16 for Stephen Bunting, there was only meant to be one winner. Bunting was great on the scoring, but Menzies was far too strong on the outer ring. Cameron Menzies, a 6-2 winner as he goes through to face Peter Wright.